What's good, everybody? We are going to be talking about strictly gaming today. Thought the best person to get was Cole for this. And a lot of these trailers I missed, I didn't see. It's not to say we're going to get through every single thing, but I did want to talk about some specific ones for sure, like the Black Myth, Wukong, Project Mugen, probably the Spider-Man 2 trailer that they dropped, Sonic Frontiers, just general stuff that they did drop.
Yeah, and then there was a weird movie trailer that looked like shit. Yeah, we won't get to that.
Oh, Rebel Mid. I think the only reason they premiered it there was because he was talking about doing some game for Rebel Moon too. I think that's the only reason they said that, because I thought they would have revealed that instead.
You know what? I think that would be a lot better than how this film looks, because good look. You know, a Zack Snyder film is sort of like watching a film when you're a child, and it's all epic, but then you revisit it, and it doesn't look as good. You notice all the flaws. Like, I see all these people. I mean, the only thing we can go off of right now is visually, because we don't know really everything else, and also production design and costume design. And I mean, I see people online saying it's good looking, and I'm just, I don't know. I think they're the same people who like the animation in the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Like, you guys can't see all the lighting errors and aspect ratio errors and color palette and everything. Like, it's pretty ugly looking. It's like made by somebody who thinks they know how to do cinematography but don't.
Hey, I believe that Mario movie is peak, even though I didn't see it. It's definitely peak.
God. And then also, yeah, that
I still need to watch that.
Is terrible.
All right, cool. First game I did want to knock out the way. I'm not sure if you already seen the trailer to it, but some of this Black Myth Wukong gameplay. Now, it was a while back. I seen this game get, see the previous trailers and stuff, teaser trailers, and it shows some gameplay. Now we're getting more full-fledged gameplay of it. And I am sort of intrigued to play this, mainly because it's about Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, and that's a different type of character we haven't really seen in gaming yet.
Something very interesting. Yeah, it has a lot of, lore, and I think it's, great, has a lot of potential for a game like this. The only thing we kind of seen him in before this are kind of like just as characters in like multiplayer games like League of Legends, not really something like this.
Right.
I wasn't really too impressed so far with the gameplay, though. I think it looks solid, but I do think there's a lot of room for improvement. And I mean, this is made by like a Chinese studio or something, I believe. And
yeah, one thing they keep saying about this game, and a lot of people say it's Souls-like. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Souls-like games, but this looks like a Souls-like game that I'd be down with playing. I don't know if there's going to be some big open world game either, but it looks pretty. It looks pretty cool. So we're just gonna play some of the trailer. May not get through the whole thing because we still got to talk about like Starfield and other things. But let's go ahead and get through some of this trailer. What's up, Chillmonger? Chill. If you want to jump in, the link is in chat. If you want to hop in. Vision not so bad. Grass looks interesting.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely room for improvement, but it's pretty good so far. Pretty interesting. Yeah, definitely better than that Shenmue trash.
What's good, brother Chulo? It's quick. I'll give it that. Like, that's the one thing I hate about a lot of Souls games is that they're so slow. The characters fight too damn slow. I like that this character is a little pretty agile and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how the frame rate would be on console, but
I also like that you can transform into different animals and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Well, different creatures.
Really, like, yeah, I really like the world building in this and ideas. I think later on though it'll kind of show like my concerns about it. Why at the moment it has some low ratings online for people who did try it out.
In the first trailer, I'm not sure if you remember it, it did kind of tease the boss battles and everything. Mm-hmm. I am kind of really excited for those because the boss is going to be fighting like some like Titan-sized creatures and stuff.
Yeah.
So I wonder how they're going to do that because I never played a Souls game where you're like fighting an enemy that's, you know, the size of a freaking building.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this game is going to be open world to an extent, or like kind of like zones and stuff? Like you go to you play through a specific section, and then once you get past, let's say, a chapter, you move on to a different section. Do you think it's going to be that? Or it's seamless?
I mean, with how it is looking, probably, but I mean, there might be sections that are like kind of open world areas, but for the most part, I think we'll just play as a.
Because if it's going to play linear, I wouldn't be mad at it. But if I probably might do what God of War did, like it's not really open world, but it puts you on a linear path.
Yeah, I see.
For the most part.
Yeah, I mean,
like to freely explore.
Yeah, I see. I love the world building in this and everything. You know, does look pretty solid. Yeah, I'm glad that China is getting involved in games like this now. With the money they have, they can make productions like this with how it looks. I just think the one thing, this and another game they're making, I forgot the name of it, but it's sort of like an RPG, like Sekiro. Well, not Sekiro. Wait, what's the game that came out? The samurai game on PlayStation.
What are you talking about? You talking about the one that was introduced at the Gamescom trailer? At the Gamescom?
It was like. No, it's the one that was introduced at like the Game Awards, I think, a year or two ago.
Okay. It looks like a non-Nintendo Zelda. I'm gonna call it Breath of the Tame. Hey, so far this game's combat is a little bit more sophisticated than Zelda. Zelda's fun. I like Breath of the Wild. I do like Tears of the Kingdom, but that combat is very simple, basic. Skip ahead a bit. See if anything interesting comes up.
Thank you. Yeah, remake, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I forgot what it was exactly, but it's sort of like their version, I guess, of like Ghosts of Tsushima, whatever, that they revealed like a year or two ago. I had kind of bad frame rate, but yeah, this and that, like, I see like the style and the different unique things they bring here, and with the money that the Chinese studios have, it's just I also see some of the issues that other people have pointed out, like with the like I think it's more of like an experience thing that they might improve on over time, but just like the properly like leveling stuff out and with like the map design and like with enemies and stuff, and also like some of the core gameplay stuff that makes other games a lot fun to play. Just by looking at the trailers, it does that stuff. The ones they've been working on like this have been kind of lacking it a bit visually so far, but we'll see if it's the case when it comes out. I think that's like the main issue here.
Yeah, visually it for some reason doesn't look as good as the first teaser trailer they dropped. This doesn't look visually bad, but just quality wise, doesn't look as appealing as the first teaser trailer we got.
Yeah. Like, again, I do think it's just like an experience thing. Some of these issues, I do think like with more time they could make better, even better games. But
all right. After this, guys, we're going to go ahead and knock out the Project Mugen trailer and just go ahead and knock that out the way. I seen the trailer, but I just wanted to talk about it real quick with you guys. Yeah, I think for me, I'm kind of sold right now to get it, right? Because I'm already engaged in what the story might be. Oh, and this is him changing into a different creature. So if you guys don't know about Sun Wukong, he's pretty OP. Does some crazy stuff like this, like transforming into dragons and all that. So that's one of the things that intrigued me about that they're keeping consistent. This character is pretty strong. I think he's technically a god, anyways. So yeah, and I think this game is going to be like the rise of Wukong. It's not really him set as a god, but him building up to that godhood.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'd say I'm kind of sold right now to get it. Unless I see something that really turns me off. Hopefully this game doesn't have any big bugs and stuff that we see when it comes out.
Because I mean, is it a PC exclusive or?
No, it's going to be on Xbox, PS5, and okay. I think it's also going to be on PC too.
Okay.
Here's a preview trailer. It's probably going to tell us what consoles it's going to be on.
I see. But I mean, it's definitely something I'll play. I just don't know right away, but.
Since Black Myth Wukong released its first trailer 3 years ago, every year on August 20th, the developer Team Science has shown something new about the development progress of the game. However, what's different this year is that we finally got to play it. My 45-minute demo provided 3 boss fights and a relatively complete chapter experience. It's worth noting that
surprisingly, the demo reviews got an overall like a 6 out of 10.
And suggestions received during the closed-door evaluation that I participated in.
Oh, was they only letting specific people play the game at Gamescom, or did they let regular fans and stuff get a chance to play?
I don't know, and I actually don't know if this is the right one. I just know I searched it up, and there were people who played it and got to sort of rate it, and those people gave it around a 6 or something at the time, out of 10. And
wow.
So yeah, I mean, hopefully they improved on the issues. That's what I'll say.
And I think we also have to remember, this game is trying to appeal to a certain fan base that loves to torture themselves, and those are Souls fans. Souls fans love torturing themselves. I couldn't understand that, but this is what they love to do.
Well, no, I mean it makes the after take just each step you take forward, it makes it feel even better. If it's that difficult, I guess. But I mean, yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of the Dark Souls games. But.
All my Souls friends I know have at least broken a controller. I never broken a controller purposely. Never purposely. Maybe, I dropped it over time and it started breaking, but never have I took a controller and threw it at the wall.
Yeah, I've never done that. I don't get that. But, I mean, I never really played the Soul games just because I wasn't really, into some aspects to it. But I liked watching it more. But other ones like Bloodborne and Elden Ring, I liked a lot. Just, I didn't think it was as difficult as Dark Souls, and I think the world building and everything, made it worth playing through. So that's cool. But
there's some times I got close playing Mario Bros. And your jump wasn't jumping enough, and all of a sudden you died, and you got to go back. I don't know, man. Game Boy rage is kind of understandable to me.
But see, everyone I know who plays Nintendo, they're gentle. They don't break their shit after they take an L. They go well, it's my L. I'm gonna try again.
Oh, I mean, unless you're at like a tournament for Smash Bros or something.
So what's the difference between E3 and Gamescom?
Mainly like more like in-depth gameplay stuff, trailers or games we already kind of like were announced, but they do announce some new things.
Yeah, because they like for example, Starfield, it got more gameplay this time. To be fair, I think the Xbox showcase they did show gameplay, but they just kind of just get more in depth. They showing you gameplay because at E3 they kind of either show you cinematic trailers, concepts of what it could be, or they might have a trailer ready to go and minimal gameplay. But it's really just like announcements and also talking about, hey, new console coming up. We have the Xbox 720, and it has all this hardware in it, blah, blah, blah.
Is it really called the 720?
That's what everybody wanted it to be.
Yeah.
I just read right now E3, due to poor attendee and difficulties attracting media attention, it's been canceled.
I mean, I thought it was canceled a while ago. I mean,
well, I'm just finding out.
Okay, well, they sort of just like do their own things now. All these studios. I mean, they do like conferences around E3 time, and then there's also the Summer Games Fest now. So they still call it sort of like E3, but the actual like full-fledged E3 thing is done with. It's just more so studios doing their own conferences per year.
Hey, that fighting actually looked good in the snow when the monster put its sword down and then just started doing like a high crossbody splash.
Yeah, I love the snow areas for this so far, but also the other thing though I'm a little worried about is I don't know if the sound design is really up to par with other games in this genre.
Needs to venture.
Go ahead, Cole.
What? Sorry, no, I was done talking.
See this tiger dude, kind of interesting. That's it. These bosses, these creatures they have, it's fast paced. The character you're playing as, it doesn't move slow like most Souls games.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of the reason I do want to get it, because at least I'll be playing as a character that's not so bulky and slow.
Yeah,
you know, it's still gonna, as long as it's still challenging like a Souls game. Like I'm probably gonna die multiple times fighting this giant tiger thingy, but that's part of that's part of gaming. You gotta challenge yourself. Unless it's not a broken boss battle, that's a different story. But it should be challenging.
Again, I'm just afraid of the frame rate for console players, but I guess PC won't have to worry.
Was there anything else I wanted to say regarding Black Myth? Because I did want to get to Project Mugen real quick, because this is probably the biggest thing that engaged me the most.
Yeah, I mean, we can move on, I guess, unless Chill wants to say anything.
I got really nothing to add here. I'm going to sound like such a noob, so I'm just here for the ride. I'm not even sure I'm going to stick around, bro. Let me just tune in and not be a hindrance to the stream, everyone. Subscribe to Chillmonger. I'll be in the live chat.
So you can kick it with us?
No, I want to go on Twitter and surf Twitter and play Pokemon Go and everything. And
well, at least for this game, at least come share an opinion on this, because I think this game's going to be on Switch.
Okay, should I turn my camera on?
You can if you want.
Put a t-shirt on and everything. 1 second.
Yeah, man, we're not trying to see your nude body. Jeez. All right, you guys, we're about to talk about Project Mugen. Now I'm not going to lie. I saw this on Twitter and I thought it was just a Spider-Man PS4 mod. Cole, did you see any of the gameplay yet for this?
Project Mugen. No, I saw gameplay for most stuff and the trailer announcements and stuff or reveals. This was not one of them. I kind of skipped this over.
So you'll see why I say people were saying it looks like Spider-Man PS4, which in my opinion is not a bad thing, but you guys will see what I say, because people on Twitter was like, "Oh my gosh, China's about to get sued. They just ripped off Spider-Man PS4, blah blah blah." Huh?
Oh. What?
Hey man, you know wrong with copying homework just a little bit. Look, Grand Theft Auto, got the cars in here. Motorbike, whatever.
I mean, it's not just Spider-Man. I see there's many games I see that they kind of copy.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of
inspiration from.
That's why I think that's why it intrigued me the most, because this game's supposed to be a big free to play. I think it might be on PS5, but it's definitely gonna be on PC. It's gonna be on mobile. I got a PC, so I'll at least be able to play it. But hopefully they're gonna put it on console too. Chill, anything you want to say about the Spider-Man similarities yet?
So it's not just the thwipping, which the thwipping alone, that is a unique concept that is to Spider-Man that Marvel has. So yes, Marvel will win that lawsuit. But then the running on, look at that. And then on the side of the building.
And that, it's pretty much the same, but I'm not against it. I don't dislike it. I actually like it. I'm down with it because this game feels like so many different games in one. You know, it's a big open world, free to play.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, I'm not saying it's illegal. Like, again, I don't want to go through this copyright or fair use thing, but you know, I think that Kimba the White Line situation sums it up of how a lot of people try to write things off as copyright or, you know, stolen when they aren't, but, or, you know, when it's just inspiration, it's fair use. And yeah, I don't think this is like copyright or, you know, like stolen or any, you know, in that way. I mean, I just don't like how they went about that though, like in that beginning area. I think it was just, they could have mixed it up a little bit. Like that looked literally like precisely
same exact like movements.
Yeah, they could have mixed it up just a tad bit with like the animation and stuff. That's all. But other than that, I don't really care. Yeah, I mean, there's been many games doing this.
Splatoon, baby, look at that Splatoon, guys.
Yeah,
like that's the thing. If it's like a Nintendo game, a Spider-Man game, it's so much shit in one. I think that's why I'm like so engaged with it. It's like it's a little feels like some anime, you know.
So why in China do they just like throw a big budget and they say make the best game possible? This is a Chinese game?
Yeah, this is a Chinese game.
So what are they trying to do? They're trying to enter the market with the most highly. We don't even care if we make money. We just want to be in kids' homes. Like, what's the point of this? Because it's going to be an expensive game.
Well, so this one's gonna be a free to play. So I think whatever. Free to play.
Okay,
which it kind of shocked me because I'm like, this looks like a game that you would want people to pay for.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
there's going to be shitloads of microtransactions. It's going to be like Genshin Impact. Just watch, but I mean, yeah, that's the Chinese way though. They just want to try to put shitloads of money into things and, you know, conquer the world, just like in I can't say political stuff. Never mind. But yeah, I mean,
but I'm wondering how this is as a free to play. I wonder how this is going to work because I mean, it appears it's going to have a story plot. I mean, they really didn't show no free to play like aspects in it. Like all these other people here, I don't think these are other players. I think these are.
It's going to be weird how it will work. I'll have to see more, but I mean, is it sort of like Hi-Fi Rush then? Or?
I don't think these NPCs have faces. There's no eyes.
Oh, there are sort
of. This one here, he don't got a mouth. But it looks like visually, this looks kind of crazy and interesting. It does have a free to play vibe to it, but I hope it's like, I hope it's not MMO because, you know, unless China has some money to really have some strong servers, I hope hopefully it's not MMO like Warcraft or Free Realms or freaking Wizard 101 type of massive open world. Well, massive multiplayer online. I just kind of, if it's free to play, fine. But if it's kind of closed where maybe only 4 people can join your game and tune in with you to help you out, cool. Don't want it to be too much. But yeah, guys, pre-registration starts. Like I say, you got some Grand Theft Auto up in here. You know, got some nice cars to drive.
Yeah.
But visually, this is just capturing me. I'm getting one peak cinema right here.
It's like the best game I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen better, but I like Project Nexus's art design more, but that's just me.
Can you do as much in Project Nexus? Can we stop playing the parts where they flip in the air like Spider-Man? Can we stop that? It's the same maneuvers. The 360 corkscrew.
I'm sorry, Scarlet Nexus is called, right? Sorry, but yeah,
it's called Scarlet Nexus.
Yeah, should look it up.
Okay, I will.
Stormy, if you want to come join us. So far, we talked Sun Myth, Black Myth, Sun Wukong. Now we're talking Project Mugen. If you want to come talk some more, we're just covering most of these Gamescom trailers anyway. I didn't really get a chance to do any videos or cover them.
God damn, that balloon thing kind of looks like Sunset Overdrive shit.
Yeah, like it's giving Sunset vibes. There's obviously Spider-Man in it, some Grand Theft Auto, open world.
But again, they're not going to get sued or anything. Like again, many game studios have done this stuff. Like just recently, they did that Lies of P game, and if you watch the gameplay for it, like there are like mechanics in it, and with like combos and like blocking stuff that is literally straight out of From Software games. They just like took it. So.
Right. I'll send you the link, Stormy. Anything else you guys want to say on Project Mugen before we move on to the next thing?
No, but I'm excited.
Anything you want to say, Chill?
I'm good.
Will you be buying Project Mugen Chillmonger if it's on Switch?
You said it's free, right? So
yeah, free. Will you be playing it for free?
Yeah, I might have to give it a chance if I remember to. But I'm not the gamer guy. I'm the Nintendo, let me play Pokemon type of guy. I'm not the go-to gamer guy. But if it's like Fortnite, which I eventually got into, then yeah.
Cole is Warren still dropping that Asian secret game? Well, Colin is Asians. All right.
What do you mean?
What's the next game you guys want to hit? I really didn't talk about the MK1 stuff. We might as well knock it out the way. Let's talk about that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 trailer.
Yeah, sure.
So what I was hearing about this, now I could be wrong, but I heard this is not even a like new copy they're selling. It's almost like an expansion that you need to pay for with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. It's just a story mode expansion with more stuff and whatnot. But we'll see.
It's quiet. Too quiet. Marines, hoorah!
Oh my god, graphic. It's just a cutscene, guys. No crap. I'm not sure if this is in-game footage yet. And just make it clear for everybody, it's no guarantee I'm going to get this. And if I do get it, I'll probably only get it for a month anyways.
Heading to surface. All teams, eyes on target. Phase 1 complete. Charlie copies. We're set. Roger that. Moving to phase 2. Patrol boat 2 o'clock. Get under.
Now this is gameplay.
It's just like the last one.
Stay tight. Roger. No movement.
If it plays exactly like the last one, and it makes sense because Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 literally presents
Up.
Spider-Man.
Good hook. Let's get up top.
Dang, all this Spider-Man ripping off going on today. Jeez.
Right?
Oh, and everyone doesn't know Makarov is going to be the villain of this
Moving along
movie.
PT. Stand by.
Nods on. Airstripes on.
And this is putting me to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're ripping off the Alien games, damn. Oh, and the Assassin's Creed games. Wow.
And the sniper game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I think this might be true.
Okay.
All right, guys. So,
Okay, see ya, chill.
peace out, chill. This does not appear to be a totally different game entirely. I think this is a glorified expansion that's going to be full price.
Taking the bait.
That you download with MW2. Because I mean, this literally looks like MW2, like same, the shooting the same exact way, able to mount the same little icons and stuff on it. It looks exactly like MW2. So I think it's literally just the expansion they was talking about. They just gotta pay for it, but they're talking about it's supposed to be a $70 expansion. I mean, will I get it? I don't know. I'm not trying to pay $70 for an expansion though.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played Call of Duty games in forever. They've just been so disappointing for me every time. So, like, I think the last ones I really played a lot of were, I guess, Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 3. Like, at least for most recent ones. And then, I mean, Black Ops 2, a lot of people love, but I had a lot of issues with it. I still played a bit of it. Yeah, then they went high tech, I guess, with Advanced Warfare, which actually wasn't that bad in my opinion. But and then then there was Black Ops 3, which was just such a disappointment. And then I kind of stopped there.
Pre-order now. Call of Duty Modern Warfare available for Xbox. So it seems like it's a separate game. Okay. I mean, it doesn't say you need Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 in order to play it. Okay, it looks like it's going to be sold separately as a copy. Okay, if that's the case, that's fine. That's fine. I thought it was about to be, having to just be a glorified expansion of Call of Duty 2 when if you're making an entirely different game, it's going to have different maps and all that. Okay, fine. Fine by me. Will I get it? I don't know. But I do like the Call of Duty stories, so I might just get it to play the story. I'm probably only going to play a multiplayer for like a good month before I move on to something else. But it doesn't look bad. It looks like MW2. MW2 wasn't bad, but this looks fine.
Oh yeah, Tony, correct. I premiered my pickup drive-by games.
Looks clean. Hey, chill. Is Drake still dropping his beauty shop game?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I want to see him in is the Degrassi 15 reunion. Chill, big facts on that. I might get that. Claude, didn't you premiere? Oh.
Yeah. And also Warren premiered his Hitman game, except he takes place in only China and just shoots Chinese people.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Cole, do you potentially see yourself getting this or skipping? I know you haven't played the Call of Duty in a while.
I mean, there's so many other
multiplayer.
I mean, there's so many other games that I don't know if I'll have time to play it just like the others. Like, I've even bought like a couple before when they're on sale, and they're only like $10, but I never even ended up playing them yet. Same thing with like that Battlefield Hardline or whatever it was when it was like $2. But I mean, if it's like on Game Pass or something in the future, I might try it out.
Let me bring up the next game I wanted to hit.
Yeah. I mean, I heard they announced a new Killing Floor, which actually was kind of surprising, but
they did announce a RoboCop game.
All right.
I'm kind of disappointed that it's first person.
Mm-hmm.
But let me see, because I did not watch this gameplay preview. I saw the trailer that they had a while back where they showed it was pretty much a first person shooter.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this will be good, but
look at that. One of the cops was actually bothered to show up. No need. SWAT's got it covered.
What is the situation?
Were these the in-game
Vultures
graphics?
came up with the great idea.
Yeah, this looks like Fast and Furious, that game. Fucking
robbing the OCP bank. They've got hostages, and they claim there's a bomb.
It looks like someone who's like in home is like, hey, let me just use the Unreal Engine and make the game real quick.
Was there any
That's what it
sighting
looks
of
like.
Spike?
yeah, and his suit looks like an action figure.
But I'm sure they wouldn't pull such a stunt without their leader.
What is the plan?
Let me make this clear. It's SWAT's plan. You're no part of it.
That mouth movement.
A new plan.
The other guy talking is very stiff. His emotions, everything. Oh, she's hot.
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense to be first person if it is. I mean, it's not like we need
You still remember how to put the heat on them
too
scumbags?
much third person.
I prefer to serve justice cold.
And it does make sense, with the movies and stuff.
Attack! Let's show our metal friend how
Yeah, I don't see myself purchasing.
Yeah, this
It looks very not in a good way, indie, but it seems very
oh my god. You know what? This will be a great game to play and laugh at, so I'm gonna do that. This is gonna be our new Golem.
When he punched the first guy.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Again, I see everything they're trying to do. Just like the Golem game, I see everything they're trying to do. And I see the potential, and I think a RoboCop game has a lot of potential too, especially if they went the comedic route too, like the movie.
Right.
But it looks like they gave it to a studio who hasn't made games since 2002. That's what it looks like.
I don't disagree with this because he's not wrong. This looks like an old James Bond game.
Yep.
Big bro, I get my Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Oh my god, look at that. Oh my.
Yes, buy a bundle next Saturday. We are going to talk Spider-Man 2. They did show more stuff of it at Gamescom.
Oh, look at the enemy. God, this looks like fucking Half-Life.
The enemy is the combat.
Looks like Half-Life art style for the enemies. What the hell?
And honestly, it doesn't look challenging. You just went through all those enemies with ease.
Yeah, and it's just very basic, and doesn't even look like you need to do any of that technical stuff they try to do with the roof things and the rubble, which the rubble looks terrible. Look at that shit. Oh my god, it's frozen. Oh, this is embarrassing. This looks like something I would see on the PlayStation 2 or the PlayStation 3 early on.
Driving thousands of people have a roof over their heads, but OCP doesn't seem to mind that.
Well, at least she's hot. I'll give this trailer that she's hot.
She's the best looking thing in this trailer. Every other character design looks like shit.
Yeah, I'm skipping on that RoboCop game.
I'm gonna, if it's free on Game Pass, I'll play it just to laugh at it, because I'm sure it'll be short.
Yeah, if it's on Game Pass, I'll try it for free.
I'm sure it'll be like a funny game.
Starfield is not Game Pass worthy. I'm actually gonna buy that. Cole, was there any final verdict or anything you needed to give this RoboCop game? I think for the most part, for me, real quick, I'll say this: it does not look that challenging. It looks old. It looks outdated. It looks completely like amateurish indie shit. Like there's some good indie stuff, but that looks amateurish indie shit.
Anything I want to say? Well, I want to know what studio did this, because I'm definitely going to keep track on their work in the future, because I see they have a lot of potential, and they're definitely not going to go bankrupt.
Let me actually look up the studio right here. It's being done by the developer is Taeon. Publisher is Nacon.
Okay, hold on. Look up Taeon and then Nacon afterwards. Okay, so they've done. Oh, okay. This makes sense with the shit they've done. Okay, this makes a lot more sense. I see.
Wait, Terminator Resistance. Isn't that the fucking the arcade game?
Yeah, this is Yep, this definitely looks like the studio that did it. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, and then
what?
Flat, which was
if they're the ones who determined, the way that game looks makes sense now.
And then who has Nacon? I'm pretty sure I know what Nacon has done before, but just to double check. Well, they have published. Like, I'm pretty sure they published this one like anime shooter style game that I really liked before.
Nacon is. Video games. So these are their games: Clash, Artifacts of Chaos, Blood Bowl.
Oh my god, they made Session, that garbage game.
Oh, they did that shit? The Vampire the Masquerade? Ew.
Yep, this says a lot. Okay.
Yeah. Pass on RoboCop, guys. Definitely not getting this game. Doesn't look like
again, unless you want like a Gollum experience to play something that, to laugh at with how bad it is, skip.
Let me get another. You want to take a look at Lies of Pi? No, you've seen it. I haven't seen it yet.
Lies of P. Oh, they showed another trailer for that.
Oh, they have a 6-minute gameplay thing.
Okay, well, if you want to see it, I've seen.
What's good, Stormy?
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
How are y'all doing?
Pretty
good. Just appreciating the world of gaming.
I'm really excited for this game, but they released 2 other gameplay trailers for this so far. Worth checking out. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It doesn't look like it will be an amazing game, like Game of the Year nominee, but I think it will be pretty solid at least.
It doesn't look half bad, honestly.
Yeah, the main thing is as long as they get like the feel of it right, because there's been a lot of like Dark Souls type clones like this with a different style and world building, like with this one being Pinocchio and all that, and they have their fan base and people love the style, but then they can't nail the the feel of it and gameplay that From Software does. So it's more something they appreciate. So that I think will be the biggest thing. But they kind of like copying a lot of rhythm stuff from it, as you can see, like literally straight from the games, almost like plagiarism. So honestly, that might help it.
Stormy, for any of the games we talked about so far, was there any of them you wanted to give your opinion on? So far, we hit Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Black Myth Wukong, Project Mugen, the RoboCop game, and now we're on Lies of P.
The only one that like I'm like super like stoked to like see and actually play is the Call of Duty. You know, shut up, Cole. I already understand. I already know the little subliminal thing you're gonna say. It has not been great over the years. But I'm one of those suckers that like always loves that type of like game, and so I'm gonna give it a shot. I am looking forward to that. Although I will not be buying any of those skins that they're like the Nicki Minaj skins and crap like that. I won't be doing that. No.
Hey, I'm definitely gonna get that. You know, it's a great ass to fight behind.
Oh, you know what it is? Well, you know what the majority of the people why they're getting the skin of the Nicki Minaj?
Yeah.
It is basically just a troll because it's like for you to get put down or gunned down by somebody that looks like that, it's gonna piss you off. That's the main reason why they're doing it. You come in big old pink Hummy, and then you're gonna go ahead and just like get shot down by her. It's funny and it's a troll thing, but that's why they're buying it because it's like it's gonna piss you off to be like by a girl that has like nails that long. It just I don't know. I got shot down last night by one of those, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, nothing against those games. I mean, and they're great in a lot of areas. I do like the odd ones. I just don't have time for them anymore compared to other games. There's other ones that interest me more. That's all.
I mean, I did like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 and 2, the remakes of them. Mm-hmm. I fell off of Call of Duty after Black Ops 2 came out, and I was not invested to play Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, or any of those games in that between time. Right. So I did like Modern Warfare 1. My issue was really the multiplayer, and that's why I stopped playing it, because the multiplayer was kind of just really average for both of them. It was okay, but nothing engaging. Nothing like that. Like I think the last first person multiplayer experience I played that I really loved was Battlefield 1.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I can see that. It's just like for me, I'm like one of those, toxic freaking gamers that just likes to lobby and talk a shit to people while I, do that. So I'm one of those types. But other than that, yeah, I can see that. And it gets kind of redundant after a while. You already know like the mechanics are on there. I do wish that they would, revamp their maps a lot more than what they're doing.
Yeah, I was hearing for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, they're supposed to be bringing back old maps from like Modern Warfare 2 and 3, the old ones. So like Rust, just the OG maps. Mm-hmm. Don't know how much truth there is to that, but I think they might be doing that, hopefully.
Oh yeah, but it's just like it's one of those things where it's like when they hype it up a lot for them to go ahead and go back and kind of like relive that nostalgia. Like basically what players are wanting is to like relive that era of like when they were like in love with that game, and so they're trying to recreate that moment, which you can't recreate. You just got to see it for what it is. You're visiting it, So.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what I say with like every Halloween remake. You're never gonna.
Yeah. That. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like you're never gonna. The first one was amazing. Like you're just basically at this point, just yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was also just like kind of both a fluke, but also just for its time. Like what made it special isn't even like no matter what you do, like story wise and filmmaking wise, you're never gonna redo it. Like what made it amazing and special because it was more like a one and done thing, and they don't understand that.
Sadly, people don't.
We all know best Halloween movie is the one with Busta Rhymes. Best one, in my honest opinion. Nothing compares to that. Nothing.
I never know when you're being truthful with me or you're like.
No, I'm being fully honest. I love Busta.
Because when you told me that you like the Chipmunks, I thought, am I being? I was like, am I being?
I wasn't talking about that. The first movies aren't bad. They're good.
And then you went into detail how much you loved it, and I was like, "Oh no, he's being serious."
Yeah, look when the Chipmunks came out,
Sorry,
Right? It was
sorry,
different.
everybody. I brought up
It
chipmunks.
changed
Sorry.
cinema forever.
God, those chipmunk memes, goddamn. I remember we were on an MSK stream.
Right?
And yes, and me and Jaded were like, let's click on that tweet talking about what your favorite chipmunks are. And then we scroll down, and the first one is K-Dots from 2 years ago saying, oh, yeah, I want to fuck this one. It's like, what?
Hey, I ain't say all that.
He's a furry, okay? You know, whatever you do in your personal life, I don't judge. I don't judge. You know what I mean? But we got a glimpse. We got a glimpse.
Mm-hmm.
Like this movie was so iconic. It inspired chipmunk remixes all over YouTube. Let's not act like we was not searching up. Hey, my favorite song, the Chipmunks version of it. Let us not act like none of y'all haven't done it. I know you guys did. I know you want to see what would my song sound like if the Chipmunks did it.
If you want to make K-Dots happy, just bring up chipmunks. Look at that big old smile on his face, his rosy cheeks. Look at that. He can't stop grinning.
I'm just saying, guys, be honest. We know the chipmunks have changed the world. I was always on YouTube searching up.
We know. I don't even know. I don't even think I want to know your search history. You know that? That's scary.
It is definitely no bestiality in there, guys.
I didn't even go that far. I said furries.
Who brought up that? You want to?
Hey, all right. Let's just get to the next game trailer. We have a Turok 3 trailer.
Wait, they announced a new Turok?
I played the very first one. Well, yeah, I played. Which one did I play? The one I played was on 360. I'm not sure if that was 2 or. I think it was 2. I think I played Turok 2.
They announced a new Turok. Wow.
It has infested the bodies of the dead and dying. The infection has created horrible mutations.
The fuck is this?
Come with me.
Who are you?
I am Adon. One of you must take up the mantle. One of you must become the son of stone.
Oh, this is a remaster.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Look, the title of it looked like one of the old ones.
Yes,
but you know what? I would like to see more remasters on like consoles of like these games, though. But I mean, I kind of hate seeing these games go lost. Like I bet nobody even remembers Monster Madness, but
only from genuine companies, not like Rockstar, who freaking re-released Red Dead on PS4 and PS5.
And make like 10 remakes of GTA 5, which KDOS will buy every single one of.
Hey, I did not purchase the Red. What for Xbox users? There's no reason for us to purchase Red Dead Redemption again, anyways, because it's already backwards compatible. You can still play the 360 version or get the Xbox One version that's in 4K, which PlayStation took so long just to do. With that same with Red Dead 1.
Yeah, but yeah, for a second there, I thought I was about to lose my shit because I mean I've been waiting ages for a new Turok game, but nope, it's just a remake. Okay.
Now we have the Sonic Superstars official trailer. I do not know what this game is. Ooh. I might get copyrighted for that.
Yeah, you might want to mute.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they announced this before. Yeah,
I'm not buying it though. I've kind of moved on from the side scroller Sonic games.
Yeah, well, I just don't care about Sonic, but
nah, you're just a hater. You was hating on Sonic Frontiers. I remember. I was
Sonic
there.
Was never a great series. All right, the only reason why you will love it is because it was a competitor to Mario on Sega and because of nostalgia. All right, they've never made a great game before, and it's broken logic and a broken concept. All right, just remember that.
Mario poisoned. This is the thing. Mario poisoned humanity and society to make y'all hate on a superior character, which is Sonic. But it's fine though. I'm just letting Nintendo continue to.
I mean, I'll agree on the first part, not the second part. That Sonic's a great game.
I mean, Sonic had a better movie than Mario. We can agree on that, right? Yeah.
Well, okay, but you're okay. Of course, because the Mario movie was garbage, but it doesn't mean the Sonic one was anything great. There's the furry game. Yeah, right. They released another Tekken trailer, but I don't think they showed much in it.
Well, I didn't really watch this one. I think they introduced a new fighter.
Well, I see.
Yeah. So let's hit Tekken 8 real quick. From the first trailer, this way better than 7, but I think they kind of did an overhaul on the art style compared to 7 anyways.
Yeah. Now this is the superior fighting series, all right?
Tekken plays so well. It's underrated because the combat feels like there's more weight to it than when you're playing Mortal Kombat or even Street Fighter.
It is the best fighting game series out right now, in my opinion.
It's a lot more grounded to an extent if y'all know what I'm saying. What's up with you, Superboy? Is that Jack 5? I hated that motherfucker in Tekken 7. He has a move that can literally one-shot you. You know when he does that wind up attack? If you charge it up long enough, you can get one-shotted with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God,
Jack 5.
I haven't played Tekken in so long. Now it makes me want to play it.
I mean, the learning curve is pretty extreme, but it's.
You didn't play 7, Stormy?
No, I didn't. I stopped playing it after a while, and it was just forgot why.
If you need to, I would just say jump to 7. 7 was pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, because I haven't played it in a long time. I was like looking at this game, I just remember playing it, and I was just like, yeah, I should probably give it a shot. Like I'm kind of like at a lull right now with games and stuff, especially since Rockstar purchased the GTA RP server. So right now everybody's kind of in a lull as to what's going on.
I did want to, so I'm glad you brought that up.
Oh,
how do you feel about that overall? Because there's a part of me that's like cool, but then I'm thinking, because shark cards, microtransactions, actually making you pay to probably jump in servers and stuff.
Well, here's the thing. It depends on number one, what server you're joining. The server that I am on, they have changed their policy. So only public servers you pay. This is before Rockstar purchase. So public servers you pay to get on that server to role play. Yeah. If by chance they go ahead and they see your role play, or if you want to apply to be whitelisted to the actual server that a lot of the big streamers are on and content creators are on, then at that point in time, you can basically audition in a way, and they'll see your RP skills to see if they want to bring you on, or you can apply for it. But when it comes to Rockstar purchasing the RP community, it's a big move for RPers in general, because they had a battle with Rockstar probably about, I think between 2020 and 2021, where Rockstar was basically saying that developers were still in their maps or still in their coding. Well, now with Rockstar purchasing it, basically you get the access to their maps, their developers, as well as the fact of troubleshooting a lot of the problems that they had in the GTA RP servers, as well as in the Red Dead servers. So you get that added bonus there. And then plus with the content creators that are in the No Pixel server that I'm in, they basically, their big thing is that a lot of them, if you ever listen to them or anything like that, or if you follow any kind of story when it comes to the No Pixel roleplay, you hear a lot of unique voices, which you're just like, damn, this person should be in a game. That's what also Rockstar's doing. They're looking for people to add on to their future game, like in GTA 6 is coming out. So they're looking for the actual voices for them. They're also asking opinions when it comes to the role players. What is the thing that you want on the characters for 6 and stuff? Like, what do you guys see the problems in? So it just gives them a lot more access to things, whereas Rockstar previously was blocking them at every corner in doing. So that is the positive. The negative is that you now have a lot of rules that you have to follow now.
Yeah, because that's another thing. Like, I don't know how many servers it is in total, but it's definitely not a small amount.
No.
I don't know how they're going to police all those servers unless they're going to implement, especially established servers already. You know, they would have to implement rules. Like, for example, they might have to limit rules on what music can be played in there. The clothing, because you know people that do RP, they started implementing real clothing, like real brands, into the stuff, and Rockstar can't really get away with doing that, especially since they own the RP server now. Especially cars too. You know, they have to rename cars, come up with some new designs for the cars, and slightly tweak things because they'll also do the copyright.
Yeah, so they're already doing that in a lot of the servers. So a lot of the developers that are private developers, the creators can hire them and they'll make their own clothes for your character, and it'll be only for your character to use. They have debadged, as they call them, all of the clothes that used to say Gucci, Prada. The radio music on all of the GTA RP servers, which is why a lot of people in the music industry right now are trying to get on the GTA RP servers, is because they have their own music in there. They don't use copyrighted music. It's all DMCA free. So they have RP'd in there where people have their own record labels inside the game, and they have their artists underneath their label, and that's the music that plays on the radios in the cars. And so they do have that. When it comes to the cars, they have debadged all of them. In December is when the big debadging happened. In January, they took a lot of your cars out of there, which I was pissed about. They took my car out of there. I know it's a pixel car, people, but it took a lot of freaking time for me to get that pixel car. Okay, and I had to kill a lot of people.
Hey, Stormy, just a quick critique of RP, because I'm about to get back into it again, but this made me so mad when I first jumped to a server. So I tried to steal somebody's car.
Oh,
and then, mind you, I just pulled him out the car. So, keys are still going to be in the ignition. I get in the car. They tell me, oh, you don't own the keys to this car.
Mm-hmm.
The keys are in the damn ignition. Let me drive.
No, you have to have you have to use the mechanics in the server. It's like no, don't feel bad. The first week I was there, I learned you can't just stab somebody. You have to talk to them before you stab them.
I mean, I wasn't doing that. Like, I was trying to be a normal, regular citizen. Yes, I did try to steal a car, but to be fair, I was desperate. It was a pretty empty city, and there was not a lot of cars out, and I got lucky. It was a car right there.
Oh yeah, you need a lockpick. You need a lockpick. You need a lockpick. Yeah, it's those type of mechanics that you have to do in the servers and stuff like that. But yeah, and so but I will say this, that even though a lot of people like in the RP community, you have people that are very much snobs. They're just like, I was here for a long time, blah, blah, blah. You guys are not RPers, stuff like that. But it's like when you have people that are content creators that are characters, that's what you want to bring to a city, because it makes fun RP. Not so serious. Unless you want to do serious, that's fine. But yeah, it's just going to be different implementations. But Rockstar is kind of helping them with the developers, ironing out bugs and stuff like that, because what you were having whenever you were driving in the city was all of a sudden you would fall into the void, which is basically a gray screen. You're just falling through space and you can't get back. So they're trying to fix those type of issues by working with the developers in the 5M servers. So there's that positive.
Well, I just hope it goes good overall. I hope that Rockstar does, because this is one thing about roleplay that I do like. It adds on more to GTA for people to do, because GTA 5, when it came out originally, I like GTA 5. Do not get me wrong on that. But I feel like there was a lot of things that downgraded from GTA 4. For example, going into different interiors to get engrossed in the world, like going to buy food to, for your character, and just being able to visit different interiors, buying different properties and stuff. There was a lack of realism in it to an extent. Combat kind of got simpler compared to GTA 4. You couldn't pick up things and throw it again like you used to in GTA 4. Even though there was slight parkour where Nico could climb on stuff and get around, they kind of took that away in GTA 5. But when games like Red Dead 2 came out, they started adding in more of that realism to an extent, like when you have to cook, it takes a while. It's not just a quick little thing. It just adds more to it. A little bit of realism that I think it should add back into it while still keeping that goofiness that we expect from this franchise. So hopefully GTA 6 is going to implement some RP type of stuff into it, like take some inspiration from that, just to get people more engrossed into the world of GTA 6.
No, I agree completely. And it's just like it's like whenever people are introduced to the server or people going for the new time or they've never been on there before, they'll often say like, they don't know what type of role play they want to do, but it's like it's different type, man. I'm like, you can do serious role play, which is slow burn. That means you're building a big storyline and stuff like that. It's all about improv. You have SBS role play where it's just like it's not serious. It's always just about comedy and stuff like that. I mean, they have internet gangs in there. They have all that type of stuff. And these internet gangs that are in there, or like these racing crews that are on there, you guys also have to understand they're also orgs, which means that these are ex-pro players. Like on the gang that I'm a part of, I know Pixel, we have people that are CSGO ex-pros, Valorant ex-pros, so they're the shooters, but basically, you just don't want to be just that, but you have to be like a character that can have their own story and everything else like that. So it's like it's not something that, and some people find it very overwhelming when they go in there, and I'm just like, it's all about improv. It's wherever you fit in. Like anybody can try it, anybody can do it. It's improv, it's just going off the fly. And if you don't want to be in a situation or scenario, you don't have to be. You can literally tell somebody, no, I don't want to be part of this. You can message them or even tell them, out of character, hey, I don't feel comfortable with this. And then they won't push it. You don't have to be forced to do it. But it's like kind of how they say in role play, always say yes, because you never know where the storyline's going to go or what you're going to do. So yeah.
Well, don't disagree with that. I mean, that is for even games that don't have role play. I role play myself. That's what keeps me playing other. I'm not going to tell you guys what those specifics are, but it keeps you engaged. If
Is
you
it
can
furries? Is it chipmunks? Am I hitting a nerve?
There
you go. All right. Okay.
But not really a sense to it. Well, let's move on to let's go off this topic of furries and whatnot.
Are you hearing this? Are you hearing this, Sean? Are you hearing it?
Yep, I heard it.
He role plays.
So
okay, we love you anyway. Maybe we can take you to rehab.
So we have a new game coming out called Crimson Desert. Not sure if you guys have heard of Black Desert Online, but this is from that same publisher.
I figure it was.
I seen some of the clips of this from Twitter. It looks interesting. I'm gonna play the trailer real quick and see what you guys think about it. Camera's kind of wild.
Yeah, I mean, there's some Assassin's Creed vibes to it.
They want to be Red Dead Redemption 2 so bad.
God. Yeah, no, this stuff is sort of like what Assassin's Creed has attempted with their new games, but actually better.
Dude, they're gonna have a mission where you can save a sheep.
Oh my god.
Peak gaming right here.
Yeah, I mean, Black Desert Online was fine, just not my type of game. This looks a lot more something I'd play though.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, it's like a generic Jon Snow. I would play it. I dig it. Please don't tell me you didn't think of that when you saw him when he was coming out. You're just like, oh, is that Jon Snow? Okay, we'll let it go.
Yeah, I couldn't really get into Black Desert. Black Desert visually looks great. It looks cool, but I don't know, I just couldn't get into it. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, I mean, it has a lot of stuff to do, but I don't know.
Those trailers they drop of Black Desert Online does not reflect the game that you're playing.
Yeah. I mean, those type of games and like free to play open world games a lot of do. I mean, it's really hit or miss for me. Oh damn! Really control a horse like that.
Hopefully, this will be on consoles.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see. Rip horse.
What the fuck? Lord of the Rings.
Shadow Colossus there.
God, I feel like I've played this game before. I just cannot pinpoint where.
I mean, honestly, there's a lot of games M1 kind of put to this. Like him falling there looked like a Zelda game.
Yeah, it's like I feel like I've played it. I just cannot. I don't know what game looks like this that I've played, but I have played.
Does it remind you of like Shadow of Mordor?
Kind of, in a way, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm getting vibes of that. It's like Shadow of Mordor, Red Dead Redemption, Assassin's Creed.
If they all had an orgy, this would be their baby, basically.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Tears of the Kingdom, guys.
Yeah.
Holy
there
shit!
You go.
Yep.
Oh my
there
god.
You go. I was looking at it, I was like, oh my god, I feel like I've played this game before. No wonder.
Yeah. You know, these games are really hit or miss for me, but this one seems like more of one I would play on like, Black Desert Online.
Oh, I mean, I would play it. I mean, I would. I would play it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll be buying this game because if it has a mission where I can save sheep and carry them home, I'm definitely playing it.
Yeah. And there's also even areas that kind of reminded me of like Warzone, surprisingly.
But it does look interesting. I think the only thing that bothered me was the camera. Camera was kind of too dynamic. It was going back and forth a lot in these fight sequences. Not sure if that's intentional for the trailer, like it was purposeful. But I hope the camera does not play like that.
Yeah. I mean, what I will say though is they, with Black Desert Online, I mean, whether you like the game or not, a lot of the advertisements and trailers and such didn't really do it justice as they could have done. With this, it seems like they do a lot better job of like advertising it and trying to make it look as good as possible.
Let me see what consoles Crimson Desert will be available on. Okay, so it's going to be on PlayStation, Xbox. Okay, cool. And Windows. All right. So it's going to be on all three. That's good. It's also going to be on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, also didn't really want to, you don't have to like bring up the trailer or really talk about it, but just wanted to quickly mention I do actually surprisingly have some hope in that one game they showed off a new trailer for. I believe it was called Under the Waves. You don't have to like show it a trailer or anything if you don't want, but it's the Quantum Dream game. They've definitely a lot of hit or miss moments in all their games. Definitely a lot of bullshit, but with this studio, but this seems like more something that
What do you want me to do, the launch trailer or the 17-minute gameplay?
You can just show a short one, doesn't matter. Yeah, just show that one, but this more feels like something that they should continue doing more of instead of shit like
how's Surface World?
Good.
Like the other stuff they've done.
Fine.
Great.
How are you?
Tired, but in a good way. Busy. Unitrench is still Unitrench.
I'm worried
Scuba
about
Simulator.
you. I heard there was a storm coming.
I told you, I still need time.
Time to what, Stan? Because as far as I can see, you're just treading water.
We're upping the extraction rate.
What,
Maximum output.
I don't expect you to understand.
You're not the only one who's suffering. I need you with me here, now.
I will be. I promise.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they should stick to more stuff like this instead of Detroit Become Human and that Star Wars game they were going to work on.
I'll be honest, it's kind of different because you don't see a lot of games like this. This isn't a simulator, but like how many underwater games?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of games like this. People just don't play them. But yeah, I mean, I like them.
I mean, well, nothing compares to Aquaman 64. Let's make that clear.
God, stop.
Nothing.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, and Superman 64 with the rains.
God of War vibes. Tony's referring to the Crimson Desert. Sebastian Bash says, Stormy, I enjoy your RP character. You create a character that has a good balance of being deadly but also savvy. Are you participating in the war on Monday?
Yes, I am participating in the war on Monday. But I won't be streaming it. I'll be offline.
See, typical RP players starting wars when you guys just going to school and stuff in RP, doing simple stuff.
Yeah, and then sometimes you'll pick the bad paths and you'll right, K-Dots?
Yeah.
Yeah, or you'll end up like XQC where you get banned from everything and then your entire career is just stealing other people's content and reactions.
This is true. And then he's 25% owner of NoPixel now, so
Yeah, all he has to do is just start to come out with a drink like Logan Paul and he'll be back on top.
Oh God. Fuck that.
He does have the relationship drama right now. So I mean there's a lot of clickbaits there. Yeah.
I actually did try that Prime shit. And it's horrible. Well, it's not horrible, it's basic.
No, it's horrible. And yeah.
It's basic as hell. Like his fruit punch flavor. Basic ass fruit punch.
And no, just remember, guys, all right? You can be the most horrible people ever who've done stuff where you should be like in prison and lose all your money. But then if you just go like a year and a half without being in the news and then release a drink or, be in some staged fighting matches against washed up boxers or, enter the WWE, then you're good. Apparently that's what they taught us,
It's kind of sad if you really look at it. And then people wonder why aliens don't want to, talk to us.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't talk to us either. It's like we're a train wreck.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the aliens underestimate us. We're good people.
We're idiots.
Excuse me, but if they looked at your search history and your role play of a chipmunk, they would think different.
It's not in there like that.
Yeah. They look at us and they're just like, we're dumb. Like,
yes, one of the chipmunks was hot. I won't take that away.
Oh my God.
I don't even want to tell him how the RP server has added a chipmunk costume for the roleplay character, but I'm not. Something tells me maybe he might already know that, but we don't go there.
Yeah, I mean, K-Dot's favorite film is Zootopia.
Zootopia actually wasn't one of my favorite films, but it's a cool movie. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you like the squirrel moments, and the chipmunk.
I mean, Judy Hopps is hot.
You're really not.
Yes. All right, let's get back to this.
This is like somebody being interrogated, and they keep like making it worse for themselves by revealing new crimes to try to get away with the one.
They're like, but look at this. This one wasn't so bad. Cause look at this.
Yeah, it's like that Mad TV skit with Key, where he's just like, I didn't rob a bank. I don't need it. I'm a drug dealer.
Tony, I can just imagine his search history. Like, mind you, I'm a freaky individual, right? But that man takes freak to a whole different level. His search history, he probably got like strangle porn or something in his freaking search history. I don't know.
Oh God.
So
If y'all could see my facial expression, y'all would know when y'all said MSK search a tree, my face was like, oh my God. Nightmares. No.
It's something atrocious that not even a mortal man can handle.
Not even something that you can think of would be in there. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna, if anyone who knows and frequents this stuff will know what I'm talking about. MSK definitely watches heavyr.com. That's all I'm gonna say.
Lord.
All right.
Don't ask how I know that site, but I know what you're talking about. This is
you know why it's another site, but my gosh, that site.
Oh yeah,
that site has stuff that should be on the dark web.
Dark web, yes, and
that's a dark web. It's not a dark website, but it should be a dark website. I don't know how that gets.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I watched a lot of like gore stuff before, and there were always been viral gore videos and stuff, and also like people drowning or stuff or getting shot with arrows. Oh, and I found some of them on there, and they were fake. They were just like kind of kink stuff. And then I was kind of like interested, like what the hell is this site? So I did like 5 minutes of research, and yeah, that is a site. And you know what? Half of it is real, half of it is fake, and you'll just have to guess which ones are. But I mean, they also just put executions on there, so that's cool.
I'll give you guys. To put something into people's heads. The site is where you'd find content like 2 Girls, 1 Cup. That's all I'm going to say. Now let's get into this Mortal Kombat stuff. So everyone knows Mortal Kombat has rebooted once again after 3 games. Don't know why they rebooted so soon, but they're rebooted again. Liu Kang is now Fire God Liu Kang. He has reshaped a new universe where Scorpion is part of the Lin Kuei. Him and Sub-Zero are brothers. This is Shang Tsung, but Shang Tsung is not a sorcerer yet in this universe. He's actually a snake oil. What they call him? Snake oils man. So he kind of sells BS miracles and all that. But he is going to become Shang Tsung in this universe. But he's just a bullshit sorcerer that doesn't have any powers or whatever. And this is going to tell you that right here.
She was dead.
That is impossible. My magic could not have failed her.
There was no magic! I took your elixir to an Imperial mage, and you know what she said? It's nothing! Just Bourgeois tea!
The mage is mistaken, kind sir. My elixirs are of superior quality. Their efficacy is guaranteed.
Yeah, definitely looks good.
And in this universe, I mean, he's not an old man yet, so
yeah. I mean, yeah, this actually looks interesting, up to date, and it actually looks like Mortal Kombat, unlike whatever that 11th game was.
I'm intrigued by it. Like I want to play. I really am. I want to know the story.
Yeah, because this is. I mean, you have now Shang Tsung in a position where it's like he's not the great Shang Tsung. He's becoming the great Shang Tsung in this new universe. So that's another reason why I'm interested. I'm also interested in how they're going to handle the Sub-Zero and Scorpion relationship, because it's totally different now. Now Scorpion and them are allies. They're all part of the same crew.
Yeah,
for now.
But I mean, is this sort of like, so is this going to be like a whole different universe type thing, or is it going to be like
it's still technically
just like
tied to
remaking the old games?
No, well, so technically it's like a continuation of 11, but it's rebooted, so it's soft rebooted. So Liu Kang from the Fire God Liu Kang in this universe is the Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat 11.
Okay,
but this is the new universe he created since he combined with
Raiden, and now I see
the Sands of Time.
Yeah. For a second there, I thought they were just gonna like remake all the games, like 1 to like 7 or 8 or so, and then just like have that be all those be eventually leading up to 9, 10, and 11. basically.
So this right here, so that's Kung Lao on the left. That's Raiden. So in this universe, I guess Raiden is about to be the Liu Kang of the universe. You know, he's going to be put on that path to be the Liu Kang of this. See, a nice flip. They actually made Raiden Asian. I'm shocked.
Oh my gosh, shocking.
I thought he was going to stay white. I was thoroughly shocked because that's why I didn't know. I was like, where's Raiden in all of this? And when they revealed, oh shit, Raiden's Asian. That's different. And I think the best part from this trailer that I do want to show, beautiful cinema right here.
Oh my gosh. They did a wonderful job. Whoever developed, the developers did a wonderful job on this, on the detail.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, unlike 11.
Yes. Yes.
Like, I'm sorry, that game, I'm sorry what you say, Chaos. I'm
not a fan of that game. I mean, I'm not a fan of them rebooting so early, but hey, it's Mortal Kombat. It's not the first time.
I mean, they need to after 11. I'm sorry. Like, that game, like, I don't understand why people love it so much. Like, the art style was such a downgrade, and it was just Injustice 2 with an MK coat of paint. It wasn't Mortal Kombat. The gameplay was slow as hell. Like, it was just so bad, and then I hated the campaign.
Yeah, the campaign was definitely...
Yeah, and they messed up all the characters, like, most of the characters. Like, God, they made all the characters that were so fun to play as in, like, 10 just, like, so boring now and have, like, these weird, like, accessories that just don't work.
It's like, I don't know why. It's just like, if you can give me like a game that has a lot of detail, a great story, and I'm immersed in it, like literally I can feel myself in there, like, you know, and just I've been looking for a game like that to where I'm just like basically like just engulfed with all the storyline and everything, and I just want to finish it. I want to find out the story. And that's the kind of game that I'm looking for right now. So it's like when I look at this one, I'm like, okay, I was like, I'm intrigued because I really do want to see the story now on this one. I want to see what happens.
I mean, there's definitely games I could recommend, like Hades, but if you want to know a game coming out this year that might be that, you know, then I would recommend Alan Wake 2, which we should get into later.
Yeah, we can definitely bring up that trailer.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. Again, I've been waiting 13 years for a sequel, but, you know.
I just want to play a little bit of the Sub-Zero and Scorpion introduction.
Do your thing. Do your thing. We're a guest here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me show Smoke's introduction first, so you guys can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they do a good job with Smoke.
Not a huge fan of the voice, but I'll explain why. It's not a bad voice actor they got, but I'm just not a huge fan of his voice. Sub-Zero and Scorpion do sound very intimidating, as they should.
Hungry. Oh, everything was delicious, Madam Bo.
Thank you, Raiden. You boys are always a pleasure to cook for.
Real quick, I'm guessing that lady is supposed to be the Master Bo Raicho. Not sure if you guys remember him, the trunk guy from Mortal Kombat Deception and stuff. Liu Kang. He trained Liu Kang.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is Smoke.
Madam Bo, the Lin Kuei await your answer.
I have been busy, Smoke.
The Lin Kuei? Who are they?
Don't know, but I don't like where this is going.
What do we do?
Stay ready. Madam Bo, it is a simple choice. Pay for our protection, or risk harm to this fine establishment.
You'll get nothing from me.
That, Madam Bo, is unfortunate.
Sounds like some shit.
Out of that old lady for no good reason. Abuse.
You two are brave, but against us, You are in over your head.
We don't care who you are or who you are with. You will not menace Madame Bo.
You know, I see what you mean by the voice actor, but I just hope they do the character right because I'm a fan of Smoke. But
yeah, just hopefully they make him like more intimidating the way he acts. The voice is not really selling it for me. But the voice actor is not bad. Yuri Lowenthal is a good voice actor, but he kind of just sounds like evil Peter Parker here. You know, put some dirt in your eye because he's already, and that's the funny because in Spider-Man 2 is coming out this year, he's gonna be doing the black suit thing, and he's literally talks like this in the Spider-Man 2 game for the black suit.
You know, is there like voice actors for like? Sorry, I mean like I don't know where this is in China, right?
What the where the setting of this?
Yeah, where this takes place in like they're Chinese and they're in China, or is it like another country like Japanese?
Well, Liu Kang and them are from obviously Earthrealm. I'm not sure if they're in China. I think they're in China because they are monks. So I'm assuming China.
Yeah. So I want to know: is there like going to be Chinese voice actors for this too? Like that you could switch over to?
Not too sure. I'm assuming it will be because I'm assuming it will be just for the Chinese players and stuff.
Yeah, I would like to know how that sounds. You know, that's just because supposed to be Chinese, but. I mean, not that the Mortal Kombat series has ever done that stuff, but you know.
All right. So now this is Sub-Zero and Scorpion's introductions.
Surprised too. Come on, let's help Madame Bo.
Free where you stand.
How does he do that? I have no idea.
You interfere with Lin Kuei business. Leave or face our wrath.
Abandon Madame Bo. Not happening.
Get over here!
Want more? I have plenty.
You should have fled when you could. Prepare to regret ever crossing the Lin Kuei. Fight!
Pretty good. Oh, yeah. Not sure if anyone's
seen my God. Scorpion, be still my heart. That is my man. Okay.
Well, Stormy, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but at the top now they're adding in supports. So during the combat, you can call in whoever ally you got to come in and support do an attack.
Okay.
Didn't they do that? Didn't they implement that in 11? I'm not sure if they did.
I'm not sure, but they did. I think they did it, because they get like more of an old feel. Because I'm pretty sure there was like some mechanic like that in the past, like in the very old games or whatnot, or to just like as a way to like have cameo appearances of characters that were like in the very old games, but that won't be in the campaign, or I guess as main characters in this, I suppose.
Right.
Yeah, but anyway, this is one of my most anticipated games, just because I really loved the first, and excited for the second because I've been waiting so long for it. With the one we're about to watch, but yeah.
And hopefully I think it will. Hopefully, it just racks in a bunch of money for Warner Brothers because they're going to need another success out of Barbie. Like hopefully, Mortal Kombat will be that for them because they've been down bad as of recent with their finances in movies.
Yeah.
Did Barbie did good?
It already said it crossed $1 billion, and it beat The Dark Knight domestically.
Good. Screw that Dark Knight film.
Okay, we're okay.
Well, it's now the top highest ranking Warner Brothers film domestically.
I didn't watch it, but then it really didn't appeal to me to watch it either. So,
Stormy, as a person who has seen Barbie twice, you should definitely join the cult.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, look at y'all.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not like 11, then it should be good. Yeah. Anyway, this game, yeah, so excited for.
Should we do a gameplay demo or just you want to do a gameplay trailer?
I mean, either's fine. Just you can pick whatever. It doesn't really matter too much. But I mean, it's more so like your thoughts, I guess, if you want to. Okay. Oh well, this one was from 3 months ago, but if you want to see it.
Oh wait, yeah, I want a recent one.
Yeah, it's one. It's just one of the other two, I believe. But
I'll do one from 2 days ago. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I love Dole Remedy's games, and yeah, I love Alan Wake.
Whole story. They're only victims and monsters. And
it's incredible.
End up as either. But trapped by the genre, we're all ripped to pieces along the way.
All about Jared Leto.
We have a great show for you here tonight.
Oh, Jared Leto.
One of my all-time favorite writers, and guests on the show.
He's here to talk about his latest book.
Initiation tells the story of a fictional writer named Alan Wake, who is trapped in a nightmare, desperately trying to find the manuscript of a novel he has forgotten he's written.
Did you write these pages, Mr. Wake?
I'm trying to remember it.
You're the killer. The cult bleeding.
No! You've got the wrong man!
Oh shit, that looked fucking good. I thought this was still live action.
Yeah. This is incredible. God, I'm so excited.
I thought that was live action still.
Oh my god. This is everything I've wanted from a sequel.
Okay, calm down. Calm down, Sean. Calm down.
You've got the wrong man.
We're alive right now, okay? Just get your tissues. It's fine.
It's my fault. Get out.
Wake has a double. Where is he now?
Oh yeah, Mr. Scratch. I don't know if he'll be in this.
I don't want to be in the story. Just write me out of the story.
Hey, Paul, I'll tell you why I never bought Alan.
Wow. Okay. Well, you need to play it now, and also the DLCs, the 2 DLCs that came after it, and American Nightmare. But I will say it's more action and stuff oriented, and it's different from what this looks, the original, but it's still excellent as well, amazing, and the world building sort of like Twin Peaks style, and it's sort of like a satire of itself as well. It goes for like a very like cheesiness of like Twin Peaks and such, kind of satire in itself as well in areas. So yeah, I mean, I would definitely recommend it. If you do in the future have the chance to play it, K-Dots.
Well, I'll tell you why I never played the first game. For me, I thought the game was just about a guy who points a flashlight at things.
Okay, yeah, you need to play. Yeah, you should do a let's play.
Yeah, because that's what it looked like. I was like, oh, is he just pointing a flashlight? I thought it was like
play through it on your channel, all right, and then the other 2 DLCs in American Nightmare. And I mean, if you never played Control, you should also play that because it's going to take some elements. It's going to, as you see, it took some elements from that too for this. And yeah, if you played the recent DLC, the last DLC for Control, they made that reveal with Alan Wake in it. So,
Stormy, any opinions you want to give on Alan Wake?
Well, I want to make sure that Sean has, calmed down a little bit. We're live.
I'll never calm down with this game.
Oh, I know. We heard. I just hope you had tissues nearby and didn't use a sock, but it's okay.
I know. I used the whole box. It's fine.
It looks interesting to me. Like, it looks intriguing. I honestly have never played the game, but it does look really interesting now. Like, I love the graphics on it, very detailed on it. Love to see about the storyline on it. So yeah, I'll play it. I like it. Now, what games have y'all already covered? Because I know you had asked me like what if I wanted to cover any games.
So we got Black Myth Wukong. We talked about the Project Mugen game that everybody was saying looked like Spider-Man PS4. Mm-hmm. We got to Crimson Desert, like Liza P, RoboCop, Tekken 6, Mortal Kombat 1, Sonic Superstars,
Under the Waves,
Dead Space, and Diablo as well.
didn't hit Dead Space yet. Wait, is it another Dead Space? Didn't they already drop the remake?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know what if you were just going for ones that are going to be going for this fall or games that you're looking forward to playing. Didn't know.
Oh, I mean, I haven't played the remake yet. I to be fair, I never played the original. For reasons because I don't like playing horror games like that. Yes, it's for the very reason. Doom I will totally play because it's not a horror game, it's just me killing demons to a badass soundtrack. But Dead Space is an absolute horror game. I'm not playing that shit.
Let me just tell you something. I played into a game. When it comes to horror games, the one that scared the shit out of me, like, and it's possibly because I was like, yeah, I don't know why it scared me, but it did because when you're first playing it, it scared the shit out of me. It was like Outlast Trials when we play. I was playing with a couple other people.
Yeah, well, even watching people play it scared the shit out of me. But that's because I was watching the very dark room and stuff.
Oh yeah, I had a dark room too, and I was just like, I was screaming, like I was like, "Get me out of this game! Get me out of this game!" That's all you could hear me say. "Get me out of this game!" I was like, "I'm done. I'm done. I'm done."
I mean, is it like a multiplayer gamer? Because I heard good. Okay, I heard great things about it. You know, I like the other two. I mean, even the second game was kind of out of date, but I never played the Trials yet.
Well, it's like it's one of those games that where even when you're waiting in a lobby for the lobby is literally a virtual space where you have other players coming in from other groups, and you can like arm wrestle them and stuff. You can like if you play enough, you get game points where you can build a room, you know, that you can decorate yourself and, you know, make it your own, whatever. But the Outlast Trials itself, like it's a 4-player game. So you just have a lobby of like, you know, 3 other people. But yeah, you have to basically depend on one another to do a lot of it. And we were just, I wasn't, but they knew I was scared. Like I would get easily jumped. So they were more like just laughing at me, like, you know, basically laugh and shit at the stupid ass game.
Tony says, Stormy, when you play horror games, how often do you throw your controller?
On
the spotlight now, because I need to know what type of gamer you are. Expose yourself. Reveal that you throw your controllers.
I throw my controller more, to be honest with you, when I play like Call of Duty or like Halo or something like that, because somebody will piss me off and they'll throw it. But for me, just like getting jump scared, probably in a game, it's like once, maybe twice. It just depends. Like, you know, on those ones right there, I was playing on keyboard, so I didn't have a controller, and I didn't, you know, throw my keyboard or anything. But I did jump up. So, I mean, if I had my face cam on, you guys would have saw me just jumping up all the time.
What was the other game you wanted to hit?
Oh,
I
might just
ended on Starfield.
Yeah, we can do that.
Big exclusive for Xbox. What was the other game you wanted to hit?
Oh no, I was just naming off games. I was like, I didn't know if these were games that you guys, you know, would look forward to playing, or if this was like the ones that are coming out in fall.
I'm not sure. With Dead Space, I don't know. I haven't really checked out this yet coming out. You know, maybe I'll look at some gameplay trailers of it.
Yeah, and if anybody's wondering, the reason I didn't hit Mirage, because I will be separating these into different, you know, videos and stuff, was because I kind of already did cover this on another stream. And this is shaping up to kind of be what I want Assassin's Creed to go back to. I still think they need to take out all the RPG nonsense because it's kind of a detriment to the franchise as a whole. Yeah. But this game right here is shaping up, going back to the roots. It's about an assassin. You're assassinating. Mm-hmm. It doesn't take like don't need to level up just to assassinate somebody. It's one hit, one kill, as it should be. Simple. And the combat and parkour does look engaging.
Yeah, it seems like this is what they should do for the Assassin's Creed franchise. Want to continue, and I still think they screwed up by not doing more with like the real life world that I think they could have done. But
yeah, and I did talk about that. And it just goes back to the third game, because that's when they killed the main protagonist of the modern day section.
Yeah, and I feel like there's interesting stuff they could have done, like with the Black Plague setup and everything, but whatever. I mean, a lot of people hated it. I didn't mind it. I think it had potential, but whatever.
You already have a lot of people that say they don't really like the modern day aspect. But the only way to engage people into that is if you have a protagonist that people are going to fathom and deal with, actually like for that section of the game that they dive into. That's why Desmond, while he's just an average dude, easy to relate to, but just enough to keep you engaged into it. And now that they killed him, they have no modern day protagonist to really keep you engaged for those.
When they killed him, though, they had interest in setups, but they never did anything with it.
Right. Yeah, because that's the thing. AC4 set up some stuff that never really went nowhere with it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Unity, and then now Valhalla appears to be setting up stuff again, but are they going to actually follow up what they're doing? Because it needs to get to an end game at some point, and it just feels like they're dragging it. If they're going to do that, fine, but just release these games and take out the modern day aspect. You can just release games about assassins in a certain setting if they want to, but just take out the modern day stuff if it's not going to progress the story. But that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, yeah, it just wasted potential in my opinion with after the 3 and the Black Flag, but whatever. Another thing that I think is kind of wasted is just all the games they tried making, like with the Vikings and stuff. Like, I feel like it would have been better if they just took out all the assassin stuff and didn't make an Assassin's Creed game and just try making like Viking games or other stuff, which then they tried to do with Skull and Bones, but it's been a failure and it's going to be a garbage game. I feel like they should have tried more of that, but it's almost like they were too afraid to and had to combine it with Assassin's Creed, both to try to keep their franchise afloat because it's their biggest one, but also because they're too afraid that it won't sell if it doesn't have the Assassin's Creed name on it.
Yeah, that's another thing I agree with, because they like the Assassin's Creed Valhalla. If it wasn't an Assassin's Creed game, that game would have been better. Like, if you want to just do a Viking game and it's just a totally different original story and it's kind of similar to how you would play Assassin's Creed, that's fine. But you could have called it totally something else.
True, very true.
I didn't hate Valhalla. I just as a Viking game, not half bad. Combat kind of engaging. As Assassin's Creed game, not really my thing. Stormy, anything you wanted to mention regarding Assassin's Creed Mirage? Don't know if you're going to be getting it.
Well, I played like they let us play like the demo of it or whatever, and
oh, you played a demo of it?
Yeah, we were one of. That was maybe about when the hell did we do sponsored? I fucking forgot. It was like about a month and a half ago, somewhere in there. Okay. I was just in a lobby, got invited or whatever. We were just doing a demo of it, and they need to tweak some of the little things that are going on in there. But other than that, I mean, it started off strong. But we'll see. It was fine. I mean, it kind of brought me back to the original one, which I was kind of hyped about that, but then kind of failed on 2 things that we were trying to do, which is why it's a demo. Was a demo at the time. So right. We were just basically doing a little bit of bug reports. But really quick, I don't know if you're still in the chat, Sebastian, but for your answer to your question, I would be fighting as an enemy of the state. And yes, that's the reason why a lot of streamers don't want to stream the game. Don't want to stream the war on Monday because of stream snipers and just really toxic communities. So this is just an event that or RP that the server created just for us to have fun and just to shoot each other, with actual like rules and stuff. So, but I don't think a lot of people want to deal with chat hoppers and stuff. So we just kind of want to have fun. Well, I do. So that's why I won't be streaming it.
Duck and dodge them stream snipers, everybody.
Oh, hell yeah. They're so, it's like, oh my God. It's like, I went ahead and ocean dumped you. Oh my God. How the heck did you find yourself? Like somebody found you 2 minutes later. Like, I wonder how that happened. Okay. Anyways, but yeah.
Alrighty, guys. I think we'll end it on this. Not going to play the full 46 minutes, but this is new gameplay of Starfield. I am hugely excited for this. I recently seen a bunch of Sony ponies getting mad and leaking the game. because they don't get to play it on their PlayStation console. Great. You know, mind you, I would rather prefer if games could be multi-platform, but you gotta sell these consoles, and doing some moves like this will help.
You know, they started it first, so screw them.
Right. You know, hey, Sony doesn't need to keep getting every single game. Every game doesn't need to be exclusive. Not just like that. Xbox finally seems like they have a exclusive on their hands that's going to be something good. I hope it's not a buggy mess.
Yeah, that's the main thing. If it launches and it isn't a buggy mess, then we're gold. But if it is, good lord.
Just a Bethesda Game Studios world. It's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy.
Yeah.
So why go this
Now they said you can go to over like 1,000 planets in this game. That's crazy.
galactic level.
That you can actually visit. That's wild.
The exciting and the quiet one.
Because that's a lot of animations.
It is. It's like, don't tease me with a good time now.
Hopefully they're not just exaggerating with it, but I hope it's.
Yeah, you hope it's true. It's like that is it's a world that way.
As a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes.
I will give them this compared to Fallout. They actually did evolve the gunplay and make it look much better. Fallout 4's gunplay was kind of like too RPG-ish for me. It felt too stiff, but this here it seems like they definitely upgraded the gunplay here.
That touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
That's pretty cool. Was you guys going to be playing this through Game Pass or buying
I mean, I bought Bethesda games before, like Fallout 4, and they're solid games, but they just weren't for me. Now, this one seems like more that would be for me because, again, it's just the Bethesda style is something that takes a lot of hours to get into getting started, but also just the controls and everything, not really my thing. More so like interested in the world building and stuff and the wars and everything, instead of the actual games, playing them myself hands-on, more so like watching them. This one seems less of that though, seems like more of one, as I said, but
exotic
I'm still going to play it on Game Pass though instead, just to test it out, just to see. I think that's
figure out that
smarter instead of just going in blind, instead of seeing if it's my type of game.
Resources
If I like enough, then I'll buy the full thing.
You can get experience and rewards.
Well, I'm gonna just take that leap and buy a copy. I've seen nothing that hasn't really turned me off yet. I'm kind of like investing into it.
We were
I'm just
concepting
gonna
this
get the
creature.
copy.
We really wanted to think of them as
Again, even if the game isn't like a masterpiece or amazing or anything, like as long as it's a great game and it isn't broken, like that's the main thing. As long as it isn't broken, then it's cool, because you can just make a very good or a great game for a Bethesda game with the whole huge world it has and everything. And if it just isn't broken, then everybody will still love it. So that's the main thing they need to make just work on, make sure they patch all the glitches.
To really make it feel more cinematic.
Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing this at the Xbox conference. Pretty sure this is just rehashing everything we've seen.
Yeah, I want to see what new stuff they got. So they kind of went in depth saying that, you could buy property. You're going to get a chance to buy property. There will be a mortgage you have to pay and stuff and all that.
Stupid asset fees.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations. This area's off limits.
Of course.
Yeah, a bullshitter. I get it.
An access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them.
Yeah, I like the dude who's just like, I like punching my way through combat.
Leroy Jenkins.
I like blowing stuff up.
He's a legend. I still Leroy Jenkins. I did that Friday too last week.
Yeah, they really improved on the combat in this game, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just showing all the same stuff. I don't know.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship.
I think the ship,
pretty much
the way they're
and that is
doing
really
it
cool
is
for
going
us
to be
as
the most
developers.
engaging part. Because you literally just go in
should be
orbit the
exciting and
planet. It's not going to be like a
and
loading
you
screen.
should feel like you're in control every
Yeah, I have a lot of fun with that. That's the one thing I didn't like about No Man's Sky after they improved on it. I still just, I feel like they could have done better things with flying around, and I feel like this is going to be fun, even if it's not going to have all things I want from like space stuff in the game.
Yeah. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster.
Yeah, also like how you can actually customize inside the ship. It's almost like they forgot to do that in games.
Before you can make it jump.
Customizing inside stuff.
Mass Effect Andromeda.
Well, pretty much every game nowadays. It's like they forget it, or it's like you need to pay $15 to do that. You want to change the floor color in your ship? $25. Yeah.
That's what Mass Effect Andromeda wanted to do.
Yeah, right.
It wanted to be this game
The targeting
specific.
control system skill will allow you to zero in.
Yeah, you can actually board ships as well and then steal them, like Black Flag. That's great.
And
destroying an enemy engages you into, but you
can also customize each part of your ship too, like everything on the ship down to the cockpit, everything you can customize it all from the exterior.
Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours. Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take one of those millionaire ships.
More than fighting for your life. Just like we.
Hopefully, I'll find a ship with some like aliens on it that are being trafficked, so I can free them and make sure they're safe and all that.
Oh yeah, when I saw in the gameplay trailer, they showed that one occurrence with the people like, "You're human." I thought we were the only ones, which was like, I guess people who like left and were like in just a ship isolated forever, away from human contact. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot them. That'll be hilarious. It's like, yep, your first human contact in ages outside of yourself. Bye now.
So this looks like the little spaceport that you get to build and go to. Like I said, if they make this feel really lived in, I'm totally down for it. Letting us buy property, all that.
Yeah.
Right. They also said there's abilities you can unlock, like powers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's an ability to freeze the gravity inside of a ship. So I want to see how that's going to play out.
I was like, can you go out of full screen for a second? Like okay, so it is 2 days ago, but damn, I think you need to go forward. Like this is all old stuff.
The Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures.
Yeah, sadly, I think it's still just the same stuff, I guess.
In a completely new story.
Yeah, a lot of it is the stuff from Gamescom and then the original.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot those people there.
Love, exploration, and reward. And of course, I left Vasco here back at my ship.
Yeah, it's just repeating. They dragged out the runtime.
Well, regardless of anything, Xbox, you got a W. It just wow. And I knew this was going to happen. I'm not shocked, but the amount of PlayStation fans that are seeing those leaks and spoiling them and spreading them around. I've seen some Twitter, some gamers and stuff on Twitter getting DMs from people spoiling it, just being spiteful and stuff. And it's like, dude, if you want to play it, get an Xbox. It's not that hard. I mean,
or you can just play it on PC like a normal person.
Oh, it's going to be on PC.
Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be on PC, but yeah, I mean, you see PlayStation fanboys they don't actually like playing games. They just like sitting on their laptop and just watching PlayStation acquire a bunch of games instead of playing them themselves. You see, that's what they do.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, your attempts at trying to spoil shit for them and do that shit is, in vain though, because really there's not many, serious leaks out right now that you're doing, but also a lot of people can easily avoid them. So,
yeah,
I mean,
I haven't been spoiled.
Try again, but yeah.
I haven't been spoiled yet, but mind you, it's a video game. Like, unless they're spoiling this is an RPG game, so the way the game ends is kind of going to be like entirely on you. So if someone leaked, okay, the game ends like this, everyone's playthrough is not going to be the same. There's 1,000 planets in this game, and there's so much opportunity for where you're going to go down a totally different path than everybody else. So none of these leaks, I'm not going to take none of them serious, but it just sucks that people are literally getting mad because, oh my gosh, why isn't Starfield on PlayStation? It might be on PlayStation.
Try more. Your attempts at spoiling is just dumb. Yeah, try harder next time, you idiots. Yeah, I mean, there were other. I mean, don't have to like talk about them or anything or go through them, but just some other games that they showed off that I'm kind of interested in is Little Nightmares 3. Kind of interested in that, and then there was that Nightingale game with some of the mechanics in it and with the building and such looks kind of interesting. I might check that out. There was this First Descendant game that it kind of looks like a mesh of many other games. I don't know if you saw the trailer for it, K-Dots.
No, I haven't seen it.
But yeah, it looks a little weird, a little interesting. Again, like a mesh of many different things. So I'm kind of interested in just checking out more gameplay for that and seeing what it's sort of like. It kind of reminds me of like Recore, but more like RPG, I guess, and in different genre. Yeah, and then there's that one with Troy Baby at Fort Solace, which looks pretty good so far. I mean, it hasn't wowed me away or anything, but it looks pretty good. Which is another game PlayStation timed exclusive because they hand out time exclusivities like their Jehovah Witnesses. That will eventually release on Xbox. I guess the last one would probably be.
Is there any games you think I'm missing? Stormy, anything you want to say on Starfield?
I'll be playing it. I will. It looks very interesting. Sorry, I was looking right now because like I got no, it just like they had sent me a like on Discord message or like, hey, we have a lobby for Armored Core. Do you want to join? We have a Valo lobby open, and I'm just like looking at the thing, and I'm just like, do I want to play any of these things right now?
Armored Core is multiplayer.
I have no freaking clue what they want me to do on that one. I don't know if it's just me watching. I don't know if it's them wanting, I don't know what the heck it is, to be honest with you. I just know, hey, do you want to join this? Hey, do you want to join that? They have like those things that where some people are now creating like lobbies, or not lobbies, but Discord calls to where you get to watch or comment or do whatever, or they have like a multi-view of like the game where it's like you're playing it. And yeah, anyways.
Right. Well,
I don't even know what the game is, so yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah, and then I guess the last one is just to mention throughout there, like a shout out, is Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Looks sort of interesting. So yeah, well, that's about it.
Grand Blue Fantasy.
Yeah, just no, it's nothing too special. I mean, if you want to look one up though, the show K-Dots. I mean, out of the ones I said, I mean, probably Little Nightmares 3 or.
Little Nightmares 2 was pretty good.
Oh yeah, the third one looks really
Blue
good.
Fantasy Relink. This year.
Yeah.
The astral realm is Lilith's home. One way back is to restore the forbidden primal. She will utilize the power of the four primals and attempt to cast open the gates once more.
You can tell primal beasts were weapons created by astrals. Their powers are capable of untold destruction.
Primal beast. Is that what you call primeval gods?
I sense something, but I can't put a finger on what.
That doesn't look right from up here.
No.
Feels like overkill for a glorified treasure.
Something's blocking me. I can't get through.
Oh, primeval god, I beg your forgiveness.
Yeah, like it doesn't look like the greatest thing, but it has elements that kind of interest me.
Fate set in motion can't be stopped.
Looks like something I can see
Deliver us
myself
from
playing.
grief and sacrifice.
God damn it, Tony.
Salvation.
Before we head out, this trailer is reminding me of a game that didn't get released. See if you guys remember it.
But you've
Of a movie?
A game that was supposed to get released years ago.
Oh, right.
Console was
Scaleborn.
You, I'm shocked you knew that what I was talking about.
Sorry, scaled down. I mean, but yeah,
down.
I still remember that, but
I'm so mad that Xbox never, Microsoft never moved forward with that. That was.
I mean, look, I'm not surprised they didn't, just because if you look at development, it was kind of in a hellscape, sadly, and I love the idea of the game and everything and the studio, but it was looking rough. But I just wish they didn't try to patch it or continue with it. Yeah, this is the last one I just wanted to show, though, just because it's kind of interesting, like what the genre of it is. It's like really weird what it kind of looks like.
This could wipe out all of the Vulgus, right?
Oh, the cheeks.
Cool.
Like, it's giving me Recore vibes.
Here I am looking at like the detail of the game, and then all of a sudden I already know what K-Dots is looking at, and he says it.
Yeah.
The cheeks.
Wait, it's all in-game footage, right?
The only chance
Yeah.
we have.
Wow. Is it gonna be on all consoles too?
So many different ideas.
There's a grave walker.
You guys already know one of the reasons I'm buying this game.
All right, I gotta get going, guys. Y'all have a wonderful evening.
Thanks for coming on for me.
You're welcome.
Okay.
And watch Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh my gosh. Okay, bye.
Oh my god. Yep,
You had to throw that in there.
I had to.
I don't see it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was basically the last one. I mean, I don't even know what to think about that game or if I'll play it, but it makes me want to see more because, God, that was like many different styles throw into there.
Beijing Hunter. Oh, I thought he was talking about a game. He's talking about you.
Yeah, look at the one above that.
Cole, did Asian Massacre drop yet?
Yeah, no.
See, that sounds like more of a movie for Warren.
Yeah, no, he's yeah. Well, it is. Just I'm producing it. Yeah, no. We're almost done with it. Warren just needs to film his last few scenes. We're wrapping up the finale where basically he gets caught after trying to ship like the 50 bodies in the freezer, but then they spill out, and the FBI arrests him. But then they go over to his cell, and then he's not there, and then it says to be continued.
FBI, open up. We found all these Asians locked away in your cellar. You saved yourself. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys. Cole, any last thing you want to say to sum up all the games we looked at so far today? Well, we didn't look at every single one. We just looked at the ones that caught our eye, the main big players for the most part. I'll just say this for this tail end of the year. I'd say games are going to be this probably the best part for games of this part of the year. Earlier this year, games were like, very, wishy-washy up and down. But I think this from September to December, I think the games coming out between then are really going to be the best part of this year. And Tears of the Kingdom also came out this year. Tears of the Kingdom was also solid, but that was earlier this year. And I released around other games that were kind of just as average as the others.
Yeah, pretty much. Not much else to say, I guess. Oh, actually, the studio that made that last game we showed, okay, I just looked it up. Yeah, okay, apparently they made Maple Story. Did not realize, okay.
What story?
Maple Story, apparently. The studio that made the trailer, the game for that, last trailer, yeah, they made that as well.
Okay.
You heard, oh, wait, you didn't hear a Maple Story before?
No, not before.
Oh, wow, okay, never mind then. Yeah, I thought it would be something you would have heard of, okay.
The FBI shows up to get Warren, and he's eating orange chicken. Real quick, before we do head out, I will say this. I have lost the appetite for orange chicken. It used to be so good, but it's nasty, especially paired with rice.
Yeah, well, maybe it's because it's not actually a Chinese dish. It's just something Americans came up with at Panda Express. Yeah, you know that? Maybe you should eat some real Chinese dishes.
I do. But that orange chicken, it used to be good when I was younger. Didn't eat it often, but it got to a point where it's like too much of a go-to, and I just lost an appetite for it. And it has a bad taste now anyways. All right, you guys, that's the Gamescom stream. We talked about majority of the games here and stuff. I want to thank you all for watching. Shouts out Cole for coming on. Wish we could have had another guest on that I asked, but next time, whenever we cover stuff like this. But Cole, any streams you're going to be jumping on today?
Not sure.
Got it. Guys.
Oh, right. Okay, well, I guess there was this one stream I was supposed to join an hour ago, but I forgot. Yeah, anyway, nothing else. I guess we'll see. At least planned at the moment. But yeah, nice talking with you, though.
Is 76 game streaming today?
Yeah, she sent me one at 50 minutes ago, a link saying, hey, game night stream last minute for Nate. I'm like, oh, oops. So I guess I'll join that now and see if she's still streaming.
Okay. All right, you guys. Thank y'all for watching. So that peace, love, positivity, all that jazz. Don't enjoy, like I always say. Deuces.